this is only our first house.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
The Cornish Peninsula boasts an impressive coastline, which is home to some of the UK's richest marine wildlife, and there are new species arriving all the time. One group keeping an eye on the changing face of the shoreline is the Cornwall Wildlife Trust. As Hannah and Simon are keen to involve themselves in community eco-projects, we're sending them to Prisk Cove near Falmouth to find out about an important coastal initiative. They're meeting the Trust's marine officer, Matt Slater.
So what's so unique about the project that you're working on?
Well, it's called the Shore Search Project, and we're basically getting local people trained up so that they start to look out for important species and record them properly.
What things could we find today?
Well, there's a number of species that shouldn't be in Cornwall that have showed up in the last 50 years. And we've got a big harbour around the corner, Falmouth Harbour, and this is a hotspot really for new species being brought into the country accidentally. Things like seaweeds, sea squirts, some shrimps and things like that are showing up as well. We've got non-native oysters.
So are there any problems or concerns with these new species on the Cornish coast?
Our native oyster has suffered. When the Pacific oyster first arrived, it brought a disease that affected our native oysters, so their population's decreased. So mussel farmers are reporting that they seem to be much more of them now growing on their mussel farms and on the ropes that they culture the mussels on, so that's actually making their businesses less profitable and difficult to run, so monitoring them.
With no natural predators to keep numbers in check, non-native species can seriously affect the domestic ecosystem, becoming invasive and overwhelming the native flora and fauna. The project aims to survey and map around 220 miles of coastline over a 2-year period. And Simon and Hannah are going to help document what's on the beach today.
This rock here looks like a nice habitat. This is a velvet swimming crab. Look at his bright red eyes and fierce claws. But it's called a velvet crab. If you feel on its shell, you see why. Yeah. They've got thousands of tiny hairs growing on their back that make it feel sort of furry. And here's his swimming back legs. So you just write down velvet swimming crab under common name.
And the velvet swimming crab is a native species to our shores. Also along the UK coastline, around 600 types of seaweed can be found, and in this bay alone, you're likely to come across 60 to 70 varieties.
This is a type of seaweed that's edible, and it's called the dulse. Okay. And it's traditionally eaten in lots of other countries, but not so much in England. It's actually very good. I mean, I quite like snacking on this when I'm out rock pooling.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it's quite sort of crispy and crunchy.
It's surprisingly crunchy.
And we better write down dulse on our list.
If you would like to try rock pooling, it's advisable to start in an organised group. Always take care on the slippery terrain and make sure you don't get caught by the tide, which in Cornwall can close in fast.
Okay, look, I found a little crab here. This is a Montague's crab, and it's a climate change indicator species. You can actually see this crab under her tail has got a mass of eggs. When those eggs are ready to hatch, she'll shake her tail and off they'll go with the ocean currents.
As none of the wildlife is to be taken away from its habitat, the Trust often set up shore labs on the beach to get a better look at the seaweeds and creatures they find.
Now these guys are found living underneath boulders, and they are absolutely beautiful little Cornish suckerfish. And the great thing about these is underneath they've got a modified fin that acts like a sucker, and if I just turn it upside down, you'll see it's just stuck on under my hand. So did you enjoy it?
Very much so.
Yeah,
We had a great afternoon.
Hopefully we'll see you getting involved in some of our events.
Yeah, we can
Indeed,
come down.
yeah.
We'd love to, yeah.
Great.
Check it out.